In July of 1942, a new bomber rolled off the assembly line at Boeing Aircraft Company in Seattle. This was not just any plane, this was B-70F-10, BO, Flying Fortress, serial number 317T. It was a Boeing B-70F bomber, one of over 12,000 built by the company during World War II. The birth of Memphis Belle was about to begin. In its short lifespan, the B-70F would carry a crew of 10 through 25 missions over Nazi Germany. But on this day in September 1942, it was just another new aircraft rolling off the line. The significance of its journey was yet to be revealed. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe. It's free. It helps this channel more than you'd think, and you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app, built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Just search for it, it should be easy to find. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. To understand the significance of the Memphis Belle's journey, one must first meet its crew. Among them was Captain Robert Morgan, a young and determined pilot who would lead this illustrious group through some of history's most perilous missions. Alongside Captain Morgan was his co-pilot, Captain James Verinis. A seasoned pilot in his own right, Verinis brought a calm and steady presence to the crew. The Memphis Belle's crew also included Robert Kuhn as their flight engineer, Harold Locker as bombardier, and Quentin Burgard as navigator. Each brought their unique skills and personalities to this formidable team. This was more than just a name, it was a connection to home, a symbol that would carry them through the darkest skies. The crew of the Memphis Belle became instant celebrities after completing their missions. But before fame, there was fear and determination. As they prepared for their first flight, the crew knew that they were embarking on a journey filled with uncertainty and danger. Yet, amidst this tension, there was camaraderie and hope. The Memphis Belle became more than just a plane. It was their sanctuary, their protector. They were assigned to target a German airfield in occupied France. As they ascended into the cold morning sky, the reality of their task set in. Their formation, part of a larger squadron, was to approach the enemy base from the north. The plan was to strike swiftly and accurately, avoiding the heavily fortified areas around the airfield. Anti-aircraft fire was a constant threat. As they neared their target, the skies erupted with flak bursts. The crew could see the explosions close to their formation. Dropping their bombs on target, the crew braced for impact. The German airfield was heavily defended, and the B-17s were exposed to intense fire from anti-aircraft guns and fighter planes alike. One of the B-17s in their formation was hit, sending it spiraling downwards. The sight was a stark reminder of the risks they faced every mission. Yet, amidst this chaos, the crew remained focused and determined. Their training kicked in, and they executed their maneuvers with precision. As they headed back to base, the Memphis Belle was hit by a piece of shrapnel. The damage was significant, but the crew managed to limp home, grateful for their safe landing. As they prepared for their next mission, the crew knew that each flight would be fraught with danger. But together, they could face whatever challenges came their way. With each mission, the crew of the Memphis Belle faced the unpredictable skies over Europe. On one fateful flight, they found themselves under intense enemy fire against the Memphis Belle. The German fighters were swift and relentless, their engines roaring as they closed in on the Memphis Belle. But the crew of the Memphis Belle was no less formidable. With precision and skill honed over many missions, they took on the enemy. In a breathtaking display of airmanship, the Memphis Belle shot down 8 enemy fighters and probably destroyed 5 more. The crew's bravery was not without cost. The Memphis Belle sustained significant damage from the enemy fire. But despite the danger and the relentless assault, the crew remained unwavering in their resolve to complete their mission. In the face of enemy fire, the Memphis Belle and its crew demonstrated unyielding courage and resilience. As the Memphis Belle soared through the skies over Europe, its mission was clear: to strike at the heart of the enemy's infrastructure. The bombing missions of the Memphis Belle were not merely acts of destruction, they were strategic operations designed to cripple the Axis powers and turn the tide of war. The crew knew that each sortie brought them closer to victory, even as they faced the relentless barrage of anti-aircraft fire. France and Belgium were not spared from the Memphis Belle's reach. Missions over these countries aimed to dismantle key infrastructure that supported the enemy's war efforts. Every bomb dropped was a step closer to undermining the Axis powers' ability to fight back. In total, the Memphis Belle flew for over 16 hours and 50 minutes during its combat missions, showcasing both its durability and the crew's unwavering commitment to their objective. The sheer volume of bombs dropped, targets hit, and victories achieved highlighted the significant contribution this aircraft made to the Allied war effort. With each mission completed, the Memphis Belle brought the Allies one step closer to victory, embodying the unyielding courage and resilience required to turn the tides of World War II. And as the Memphis Belle returned from its final mission, it carried with it a sense of triumph and accomplishment that would echo through history. The journey of the Memphis Belle was fraught with challenges that tested its crew's resilience and the aircraft's durability. Engine failures were common during wartime missions, and the Memphis Belle was no exception. Crew Chief Joe Jambrone's meticulous work ensured that each time an engine failed, it was swiftly replaced. In total, Giambrone replaced 9 engines during his service on the Memphis Belle, ensuring its continued operation amidst adversity. Beyond engine troubles, the aircraft's wings and tails also required replacement. Joe Giambrone tackled these major repairs with the same dedication, replacing both wings of the Memphis Belle. The tails of the aircraft also needed his attention. Giambrone replaced them twice to maintain its airworthiness. Even the main landing gears were not spared. Giambrone meticulously replaced boat sets to keep the Memphis Belle flying smoothly. Through his tireless efforts and those of the crew, the Memphis Belle remained a formidable force in the skies, defying the odds with each mission. Their determination and the aircraft's remarkable durability set the stage for an unprecedented streak of missions. Their assignment, Wilhelmshaven, Germany, a strategic port city crucial to the Nazi war effort. The target was a U-boat pens, heavily fortified facilities designed to shelter German submarines from Allied air attacks. As they took off, the crew's hearts must have pounded with a mix of determination and fear. The skies were filled with other B-17s, each on its own mission, but all part of a larger coordinated effort to cripple German naval capabilities. The flight to Wilhelmshaven was over 2,000 miles round trip, one of the longest missions for the Memphis Belle and her crew. Despite the distance, they were undeterred. Their aircraft had proved itself time and again in previous missions, sustaining significant damage but always managing to limp back to base. As they approached their target, the Memphis Belle faced intense anti-aircraft fire. Flak bursts filled the sky, threatening to tear the aircraft apart. The crew knew that their only chance of survival lay in maintaining a steady course and relying on each other's skills. Captain Morgan skillfully navigated the Memphis Belle through the barrage, avoiding the worst of the flak but sustaining some damage. They pressed on, their mission critical to disrupting the German U-boat operations. After dropping their bombs, they turned for home, eagerly awaiting the moment when their aircraft would cross back into Allied territory. Each second of flight brought them closer to safety and to the end of their tour of duty. Back at base, the crew discovered that the Memphis Belle had sustained more damage than initially realized. Holes riddled her fuselage, and parts of her tail were shot away. Yet, despite it all, she still flew, a testament to both her durability and the skill of her crew. The Memphis Belle's final mission was more than just another successful run. It symbolized the endurance of a crew who had faced insurmountable odds and come out victorious time and again. On June 14, 1943, the Memphis Belle landed safely in the United States after a transatlantic voyage that began on June 9th. Their return was more than just a homecoming, it marked the end of an extraordinary odyssey. Their journey had taken them from the bustling streets of Memphis, Tennessee, to the harsh skies over Europe and back again. Along the way, they had faced flak bursts, enemy fighters, and mechanical failures that would have brought lesser crews down. But through it all, they had persevered. Their return marked a triumph, not just for themselves, but for the thousands of Allied airmen who were fighting the same battle in the skies over Europe. As they stepped off the plane, they were greeted as heroes. The war-weary public found a renewed sense of hope and pride in their accomplishments. But for them, the true triumph lay not in their newfound celebrity, but in the knowledge that they had done their duty and survived to tell the tale. The Memphis Belle was more than just a plane. It was a testament to human resilience, a symbol of what could be achieved against seemingly insurmountable odds. Today, the Memphis Belle stands as a monument to those who served and sacrificed during World War II. Its story is a reminder of the incredible feats that can be accomplished when courage meets determination. And as we look back on their journey, we are reminded that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope and the possibility of triumph. As we look back on their journey, the legacy of the Memphis Belle stands as a testament to courage and resilience. Visitors can see firsthand the aircraft's impressive maximum bomb load capacity of 8,000 pounds. The Memphis Belle is displayed in the WWII gallery, allowing visitors to appreciate its historical significance alongside other notable aircraft. Its presence there tells a story of not just survival, but also the triumph of human spirit over adversity. The legacy of Memphis Belle serves as an inspiration for future generations, reminding us that even in the darkest times, hope and triumph are possible. And as we reflect on its journey, we can't help but feel a sense of pride and gratitude for the courageous crew who flew her. Their story is a reminder that every act of bravery leaves an indelible mark on history. Strategic bombing was a critical component of the Allied strategy during World War II. The goal was to target key industrial and military infrastructure in enemy territories, disrupting their ability to wage war. The Memphis Belle was one of many B-17 Flying Fortress bombers tasked with these missions. The targets for the Memphis Belle's missions were carefully selected to maximize strategic impact. These included factories producing munitions and aircraft components in Germany and France. By crippling these facilities, the Allies aimed to slow down enemy production and reduce their military capacity. Their successes contributed to the broader Allied strategy of weakening enemy supply lines and morale. Their missions highlight the resilience and courage of aircrews in the face of intense adversity. As we delve deeper into the Memphis Belle's journey, we will explore more about how strategic bombing shaped the war effort. For now, let's consider the significance of each mission and how they fit into the larger Allied strategy. They don their heavy flight suits and oxygen masks, check each other's gear, and perform a ritualistic pat-down of the Belle herself, her engines, her guns, her wings. On board, the atmosphere is cramped yet intimate. Every sound, from the distant rumble of the engines to the soft hum of the radio, is a familiar friend. They share rations, often hardtack biscuits and coffee, and exchange quiet jokes to ease the tension. The missions are grueling. Hours aloft, eyes scanning for enemy fighters, hearts pounding as flak bursts near. Yet, they maintain their composure, drawing strength from one another's calm. Back at base, the crew unwinds together. They might play cards or simply rest in worn-out silence. The noise of the airfield and the distant drone of other returning planes serve as a lullaby. Through it all, their bond deepens. They're not just crewmates, they're family. And in the face of danger and fatigue, that kinship sustains them. As the missions pile up, they find solace in small rituals, a handshake after each successful return, a shared toast to those who didn't make it back. It's this resilience and camaraderie that enables them to keep flying, to complete their missions, and ultimately, to come home. And so, the Memphis Belle continues her journey. each flight a testament to the unbreakable spirit of her crew and the enduring bonds they forge in the skies. As the Memphis Belle takes to the skies, her design and construction are testaments to the technological advancements that made her a formidable aircraft during World War II. Built with 4 powerful Wright R-120 Cyclone engines, the B-17 could reach speeds of up to 300 miles per hour. This incredible speed and power allowed the B-17 to outmaneuver many of its adversaries in combat. The Memphis Belle was equipped with a state-of-the-art Norden bomb sight, which significantly enhanced its precision bombing capabilities. This innovative technology allowed the crew to drop bombs with greater accuracy from higher altitudes. This array of armament made the B-17 one of the most formidable bombers in the Allied arsenal. One of the most striking features of the B-17 was its ability to sustain significant damage and still return safely. The aircraft's robust construction allowed it to withstand multiple hits from enemy fire and still complete its missions. This resilience was a testament to the engineering prowess that went into designing and building the B-17. As the Memphis Belle continued her missions over Europe, it was these technological advancements that played a crucial role in her endurance and the safety of her crew. Her technological features not only made her a formidable aircraft, but ensured that the crew could return home safely. The Memphis Belle is a true symbol of the technological advancements that made World War II bombers so effective and enduring. The crew of the Memphis Belle is selected and meets their plane in Bangor, Maine. They'll face numerous challenges ahead, but for now, they are just another crew on a shakedown flight to Memphis, Tennessee. But as the Memphis Belle takes to the skies over Europe, it becomes more than just another plane. Propaganda campaigns and media coverage transform this aircraft into a symbol of courage and determination. The Memphis Belle is hailed as a heroic figure, its name echoing across the globe. Propaganda has ensured that its legacy endures. Its place in history secure, the Memphis Belle serves as a reminder of the power of propaganda and the indelible spirit of those who served. In the heart of World War II, the Memphis Belle emerged as a symbol of American might and resilience. But behind its celebrated name and iconic nose art was a crew that forged an unbreakable bond. As they moved to England, their bond deepened with every flight hour, shared meal, and late-night conversation. Through the harsh winter skies over Europe, they faced relentless enemy fire and freezing temperatures that tested their mettle. Yet, despite these trials, the crew of the Memphis Belle remained steadfast. Their morale was as unyielding as their aircraft, a testament to the power of their collective spirit. Through it all, they laughed together, mourned together, and above all, fought together. On their final mission to Wilhelmshaven, Germany, the crew knew that this could be it, their last flight together. Yet, with a shared resolve, they completed their 25th mission and returned safely to the United States. Their collective resilience echoes through history as a testament to the power of unity and perseverance. The Memphis Belle didn't fly its missions alone. Behind every successful sortie was a vast network of allies, providing crucial support to keep the bomber in the air and on target. British intelligence, with their intricate web of spies and analysts, fed valuable information about enemy positions and defences. This intelligence was vital for mission planning and execution. French forces offered logistical aid, ensuring that the Belle and its crew were well supplied and equipped for combat. Their resources helped maintain the aircraft's operational readiness. Allied air cover was another lifeline, protecting the Memphis Belle from enemy fighters during critical moments of its missions. The collective effort of these allies ensured that each mission had a higher chance of success. Their support was instrumental in the Belle's survival and completion of 25 combat flights over Europe. The Memphis Belle was a marvel of engineering resilience, designed to withstand the rigors of combat in the skies over Europe. Its durability was crucial for the crew's survival. The aircraft was built with a multi-layered aluminum skin, which was just over 1/8 of an inch thick. This design was vital for absorbing enemy fire and ensuring the plane could remain airborne. Additionally, the B-17 incorporated self-sealing fuel tanks. In case of a hit, These tanks would quickly close to prevent further damage or fire from spreading throughout the plane. The bomber's wings were equipped with de-icing boots that used compressed air to break up ice, ensuring smooth flight in cold temperatures. Each engine was fitted with a protective cowling that could be jettisoned mid-flight if necessary, further enhancing the B-17's adaptability and resilience in combat. As a result of these engineering feats, the Memphis Belle could endure the harshest conditions and return home safely after each mission. The film also captures the immense challenges faced by American airmen, highlighting the high casualty rate they endured while serving in Europe. Its enduring importance lies in its ability to connect us with our past, ensuring that future generations remember the sacrifices made by those who came before them. In an era where names held great significance, each bomber was christened after a woman, often a pin-up girl or a sweetheart left behind in wartime. This tradition served as both a morale boost for the crew and a symbol of the fight to protect what they held dear back home. In a time of uncertainty and fear, the sight of the Memphis Belle and its namesake could inspire courage and unity among troops. And as we trace their journey through history, it's clear that the unique identity of the Memphis Belle played a significant role in bolstering the crew's resilience. For beyond its mechanical prowess, the Memphis Belle carried a story, one of courage, love, and an unyielding spirit that would inspire generations to come. Among its targets were German factories producing U-boats, which were wreaking havoc on Allied shipping and supply lines. These missions were fraught with danger. German anti-aircraft defences were formidable. To mitigate risk, the crew employed evasive manoeuvres and used cloud cover to their advantage, often dropping bombs from higher altitudes to avoid detection. These tactics were crucial. They allowed the Memphis Belle to strike at the heart of Germany's naval capabilities without sustaining major damage or losing crew members. The Memphis Belle's success in these missions contributed significantly to the Allied victory, highlighting the strategic role played by its courageous crew. In one pivotal mission, they targeted the port of Wilhelmshaven, aiming to disrupt Germany's naval operations and supply lines. The Memphis Belle's strategic importance was not just in its actions but also in its survival, serving as a symbol of resilience and determination that inspired others. Anti-aircraft defences were advancing rapidly. By the time the Memphis Belle took to the skies, German crews had developed sophisticated aiming systems and flak guns that could reach as high as 40,000 feet. Despite these formidable obstacles, the Memphis Belle's crew adapted with remarkable courage. They flew their missions over Germany, France, and Belgium, often facing intense flak barrages. The Memphis Belle's own journey saw 9 of its engines replaced during combat, demonstrating both the intense battles and the ingenuity of maintenance crews. As the war progressed, the crew's skills were tested against new German fighter aircraft like the Messerschmitt Bf 109, which posed a significant threat. Through it all, the Memphis Belle and its crew showed remarkable resilience, completing 25 missions without a single casualty. Their successful return to the United States on June 25, 1943, marked a triumph not just in survival, but also in adapting to and overcoming the changing face of aerial warfare. The story of the Memphis Belle is not just one of courage and endurance, but also of how crews navigated the dynamic landscape of aerial combat during World War II. This film offered a rare glimpse into the lives of bomber crews during the war, emphasizing their bravery and resilience. After the war, the Memphis Belle embarked on a nationwide tour to raise awareness about the sacrifices made by bomber crews and their families. This tour helped solidify its place in American history as a symbol of courage and endurance. In 1946, the Memphis Belle was sold to a scrap metal company, but efforts were made to preserve its historical significance. As the Memphis Belle embarked on its perilous missions, a quiet revolution in aerial navigation was unfolding. Advancements like the Norden bombsight were changing how crews like those of the Memphis Belle found their way through complex European skies. The Norden bombsight was a technological marvel, using a combination of gyroscopes and optical mechanisms to project an image of the target onto a glass screen. This allowed bombardiers to make precise adjustments, ensuring that bombs hit their mark with remarkable accuracy. But the Norden bomb site was just one part of a broader network of innovations that guided the Memphis Belle. Radio beacons, for instance, played a crucial role in keeping the crew on course. These ground-based transmitters sent out signals that the Memphis Belle's radio receivers could lock onto. By triangulating these signals, the crew could determine their exact position and navigate through treacherous skies. These innovations in navigation were critical to the Memphis Belle's successful completion of its missions. As the crew navigated the challenges of each mission, they could rely on these technological advancements to guide them safely back to base. And so, with each successful mission, the Memphis Belle and its crew demonstrated not only their own resilience, but also the power of technological innovation. This quiet revolution in aerial navigation was as much a part of the Memphis Belle's story as its legendary crew. With the Memphis Belle christened and ready for action, its crew underwent rigorous training to ensure their readiness for the dangerous missions ahead. At various air bases across the United States, they honed skills crucial for aerial combat and survival. Gunnery practice was a critical component, where crew members learned to shoot down enemy fighters with precision. They conducted formation flying drills, perfecting their ability to maintain tight formations while under fire. Emergency drills simulated worst-case scenarios, teaching them to react swiftly and calmly in the heat of battle. These exercises were not mere simulations. They mimicked real combat conditions with meticulous attention to detail. The crew's thorough preparation bolstered their courage and readiness for each mission. As the Memphis Belle took off on its first mission, each crew member knew they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Their training ensured that the Memphis Belle was not just a plane, but a finely tuned machine with a crew equally as sharp. Behind every flight, there was a team of dedicated maintenance crew members. Their meticulous care ensured that the Memphis Belle remained airworthy and ready for the next mission. Every day before dawn, ground crews conducted thorough inspections of the aircraft systems. They checked for any signs of wear or damage that could compromise a mission. If they found anything amiss, a loose screw, a worn cable, or a faulty instrument panel, it was promptly repaired or replaced. Even the smallest detail couldn't be overlooked. A single malfunctioning part could jeopardize the entire mission and put the crew at risk. Beyond routine checks, the aircraft underwent regular overhauls. These extensive maintenance sessions involved dismantling entire sections to replace worn-out components. The maintenance team didn't just fix problems, they also upgraded the aircraft to keep pace with evolving warfare technologies. Newer models might have been faster or more powerful, but the Memphis Belle had something even more valuable: a seasoned crew and an impeccable maintenance record. Their diligence in maintaining the aircraft was crucial to its survival. Without these dedicated efforts, the Memphis Belle might not have completed its 25th mission. As the crew prepared for their final flight over Wilhelmshaven, Germany, they knew that their plane was not just durable, it was reliable. And that is how a simple bomber became a legend, carrying with it the stories of not just its crew, but also those who made sure it could fly. One of the most challenging aspects for the crew was flying in icy conditions, which were not uncommon during their deployment over Europe. The cold air would often seep into the cabin, making it incredibly difficult for the crew to stay focused and warm. To counter this, the crew would wear thick layers of clothing and use portable heaters within the cabin to try and keep the temperature bearable. However, navigating in such harsh weather was not just a matter of physical comfort. It also posed significant challenges to their mission's accuracy. Low visibility due to thick fog or snowstorms often obscured their view, making it nearly impossible for them to hit their targets precisely. In response, the crew developed an intricate system of checks and balances, using sophisticated navigational tools to ensure they were on course. Despite these efforts, there were times when the weather was so severe that they had no choice but to abandon their mission and return to base. The courage and resilience required to face such adverse conditions were monumental, adding yet another layer to the crew's legendary journey. Through every icy wind and blinding snowstorm, the Memphis Belle and her crew persevered, their spirit unbreakable even in the harshest of weather conditions. To understand the full significance of the Memphis Belle's journey, let's take a step back and examine the historical context that shaped her mission and role in World War II. The strategic landscape of WWII was complex, with multiple theatres of war spanning Europe, Asia, and North Africa. In Europe, the conflict was marked by intense air campaigns and brutal ground battles. The European theatre saw key turning points that would forever alter the course of the war. As we dive deeper into this context, it becomes clear how pivotal the B-17s, like the Memphis Belle, were in shaping these strategic shifts. One of the most decisive moments came with Operation Barbarossa in 1941, when Germany launched a massive invasion into the Soviet Union. This move opened up a new front and tied down significant German resources. Meanwhile, in North Africa, the Allies were engaged in fierce battles for control of the region's strategic ports and airfields. The fight over these crucial assets was vital for maintaining supply lines to the Soviet Union through the Persian corridor. The Mediterranean and the Atlantic were also hotly contested, with naval battles raging over supply routes and strategic islands. The struggle for control of these waterways was crucial for sustaining military operations across the continent. Their primary objective was to disrupt the enemy's industrial capacity and logistical support, thereby weakening their war effort. The Memphis Belle, with its crew of 10, was one of many aircraft that undertook these perilous missions. Through the winter of 1942-1943, as the Memphis Belle and her crew faced icy conditions over Europe, the strategic situation on the ground was equally harsh. The Battle of Stalingrad had just concluded with a devastating Soviet victory. This turning point marked the beginning of the end for Germany on the Eastern Front. The Soviets began a relentless push westward, ultimately leading to the Red Army's triumphant entry into Berlin in 1945. On the Western Front, the Allies were preparing for their own major offensive, Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion of Normandy in June 1944. This pivotal event aimed to open a new front against Germany and bring the war in Europe to a swift close. As we explore more about her journey, it becomes evident that the Memphis Belle's story is not just one of survival, but also a crucial piece in the larger narrative of World War II's turning points. The Memphis Belle's journey was more than just a series of missions, it was a testament to the lives and motivations of its crew. A small-town boy with a big dream, he joined the war effort to serve his country and prove himself. Crew Chief Joe Giambrone hailed from Chicago, a city known for its toughness and resilience. Growing up in a working-class family, Joe's mechanical skills were put to use early on. He saw the war as an opportunity to apply his skills and contribute to something greater. Co-pilot James Varinis, born in New York City, came from a family with a strong military tradition. His father and grandfather had both served in the military, instilling in him a sense of duty and honor. Joining the war was not just about adventure, it was about continuing a family legacy. These personal backstories highlight the diverse backgrounds and motivations that drove the crew of the Memphis Belle. Understanding their journeys adds depth to their courage and resilience during the war. As we delve deeper into their missions, the significance of their survival and the Memphis Belle's legacy becomes even more profound. For instance, intelligence from a Memphis Belle mission helped identify the location of a key German industrial complex in Wilhelmshaven. This intelligence was then used to strategize and execute the bombing raid on that target, significantly disrupting German war efforts. Additionally, the Memphis Belle's flight over occupied Europe gathered essential data on anti-aircraft defenses and enemy fighter movements. This information was used to refine Allied bombing strategies, reducing the risk to other bomber crews and increasing the effectiveness of their missions. The B-17's ability to fly at high altitudes made it an ideal platform for photographic reconnaissance, capturing detailed images of enemy infrastructure. These photographs were scrutinized by Allied intelligence analysts to map out potential targets and assess the damage from previous bombing raids. Moreover, the Memphis Belle's crew often radioed back real-time observations during their missions, allowing commanders to make immediate tactical adjustments. The strategic importance of the Memphis Belle's missions extended beyond immediate combat operations. The data gathered from its flights also informed long-term planning and the development of new tactics for the US Air Force in Europe. For example, the intelligence on German anti-aircraft systems helped refine the design of future bombers and improve their defensive capabilities. The Memphis Belle's contributions were part of a broader effort to gain an edge in the skies over Europe. Each mission the Memphis Belle undertook not only tested its crew's resilience, but also played a crucial role in shaping the Allied war strategy. As the Memphis Belle completed its historic 25th mission, it marked a significant milestone not only for the crew, but also for military aviation as a whole. The aircraft's journey and achievements had a lasting impact on aviation technology and strategy. After analysing the Memphis Belle's performance and the experiences of its crew, engineers made significant advancements in bomber design. These advancements included enhancements to engine efficiency, structural integrity, and defensive armament. The lessons learned from the Memphis Belle's missions helped shape future aircraft that were more resilient and effective in combat. The Memphis Belle's ability to withstand multiple enemy attacks without major damage highlighted the need for robust and adaptable aircraft designs. These strategies included improved navigation systems and advanced targeting technologies, which allowed bombers to strike specific targets with greater precision. The Memphis Belle's legacy extends beyond its own achievements. The B-17 model served as a blueprint for future aircraft designs, including the B-29 Superfortress and later models of strategic bombers. The enduring significance of the Memphis Belle lies in its role as a pioneer in military aviation history. Its survival and contributions to the war effort continue to be celebrated as part of the broader narrative of American resilience and technological advancement. The journey of this iconic aircraft is meticulously documented in what are known as the Combat Diaries, detailed accounts of its missions and challenges faced by its crew. One of the most memorable moments from its combat diaries is a mission where the aircraft sustained significant damage, including having its tail nearly shot off. Yet, the crew managed to limp back to base, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to their mission. On several missions, the B-17 was equipped with cameras to capture visual data of enemy positions and defenses. These aerial photographs provided invaluable insights that were used to plan strategic bombing runs and identify potential targets. The Memphis Belle's cameras captured detailed images of the city's defenses, revealing the placement and strength of anti-aircraft batteries. This intelligence was vital in shaping the strategy for future Allied attacks on the city. The crew's unwavering commitment to their mission ensured that every flight was a potential goldmine of information for military planners. Beyond bombing raids, the Memphis Belle's missions provided a broader understanding of enemy capabilities and weaknesses. Its visual data was part of a larger mosaic that helped Allied forces anticipate German strategies and adapt their own tactics. In this way, the Memphis Belle's contributions to intelligence gathering played a pivotal role in the overall success of Allied operations. In the thick of World War II, the Memphis Belle's missions weren't limited to dropping bombs. One crucial aspect of its service was participating in escort missions, where it provided vital protection for other bombers. These missions were essential for ensuring the safety and success of larger operations. For instance, on a mission over Lorient in France, the Memphis Belle was part of a formation that included a mix of bombers and fighter escorts. As they approached the target, German fighters swarmed the skies. As the battle intensified, the Memphis Belle's gunners engaged the enemy fighters with precise bursts of machine gun fire, weaving between the bombers to provide continuous cover. Their accuracy and timing were impeccable. Not a single bomber under their protection was lost. This demonstrates the crew's commitment to the broader mission, prioritizing the success of the entire formation over individual safety. Another significant instance was during a raid on Wilhelmshaven in Germany. The Memphis Belle led the formation, with the responsibility of shielding the bombers behind it from enemy fire. German fighters harried the formation, but the Memphis Belle held firm, drawing enemy fire away from the less protected bombers. This selfless act allowed the mission to proceed without significant losses. Their actions underscored that each crew member was not just fighting for their own survival, but for the success of the entire mission. This dedication to a larger purpose was a hallmark of the Memphis Belle's service. As the Memphis Belle soared over the skies of Europe, it wasn't just facing flak from anti-aircraft guns. The crew also encountered some of Germany's most skilled fighter pilots. Among these formidable opponents were Germany's top aces, known for their prowess in aerial combat. These German aces, including legendary pilots like Werner Mulders and Adolf Galland, posed a significant threat to the Allied bombers. But despite facing such skilled adversaries, the crew of the Memphis Belle demonstrated remarkable skill and luck in navigating these encounters. Their ability to stay focused and execute their missions with precision was crucial in overcoming these formidable foes. In one notable engagement, the Memphis Belle faced off against a group of German fighters led by an ace who had already downed several Allied planes. Despite the intense firefight, the crew managed to fend off the attack and complete their mission unharmed. Their secret? A combination of tight formation flying, accurate return fire from their machine gunners, and a bit of luck. The crew's ability to work together seamlessly was the key to their survival. Another time, they found themselves in the crosshairs of a lone German ace who had singled them out for a duel. The pilot was known for his relentless pursuit and precision strikes. But again, the crew's skill and determination prevailed. They evaded the ace's initial attacks by making sudden, unpredictable maneuvers and eventually managed to outmaneuver him and break away from his pursuit. These encounters highlight not only the crew's skill, but also their courage in facing such formidable foes. Each mission brought them closer to completing their tour, a testament to their resilience and dedication to the larger purpose of their mission. As they completed their 25th mission, the Memphis Belle became an instant symbol of this courage and skill, a beacon of hope amidst the harsh realities of war. Filmmaker William Wyler documented the crew's journey in the saga of the Memphis Belle, capturing their bravery and resilience. This remarkable achievement not only demonstrated their courage, but also inspired other airmen to press on through difficult times. Specific stories abound of how the Memphis Belle's safe returns after each mission boosted morale among soldiers and civilians alike. For instance, when the plane returned from a particularly challenging mission over Germany, it was greeted by cheers and applause from both servicemen and women on the ground. This public display of support and admiration further solidified the crew's belief in their mission and bolstered their determination to continue fighting. The psychological impact of seeing the Memphis Belle return safely after each mission cannot be overstated. It served as a potent reminder that even amidst the harsh realities of war, there was hope, and that victory could be achieved through courage and perseverance. The survival of the Memphis Belle and its crew played a significant role in maintaining high spirits among troops and civilians during wartime. Before the Memphis Belle was even a glint in her crew's eyes, the United States Air Force was grappling with a deadly challenge. B-17. Flying Fortress bombers were being shot down in alarming numbers over Europe. The German Luftwaffe was a formidable foe. Crews flying daylight precision bombing missions faced staggering odds. Many planes never made it back to base. They employed innovative tactics, honed through trial and error on earlier missions. One key tactic was flying in a tight formation called the combat box. This formation allowed for greater defensive firepower, with each plane covering the other's blind spots. Another significant development was the use of drop tanks to extend their range. These extra fuel tanks enabled crews to reach targets that were previously out of range and return home safely. These technological and tactical advancements were not just isolated improvements, they reshaped the entire strategy of air combat. The Memphis Belle's journey highlighted what was possible and paved the way for future missions to be executed with greater precision and safety. Her crew's contribution did not end with their final mission. Their experiences influenced broader military strategies and played a crucial role in the Allied success during World War II. The Memphis Belle's technological and tactical evolution stands as a testament to the courage and resilience of her crew. Beyond its formidable bombing runs, the Memphis Belle played a crucial role in reconnaissance missions during World War II. One such mission, on January 14, 1943, saw the Memphis Belle soaring over German airspace, her cameras capturing crucial images of enemy installations and troop movements. The intelligence gathered during this flight was swiftly relayed back to Allied command, providing invaluable insights into the enemy's plans and deployments. These reconnaissance missions were not without peril. The Memphis Belle often faced intense anti-aircraft fire and skilled enemy fighter pilots determined to bring her down. Yet, through sheer resilience and skill, the crew managed to evade danger and return with vital data that aided Allied operations significantly. The Memphis Belle's strategic role in reconnaissance underscores the broader significance of her missions beyond mere bombing runs. Her contributions to intelligence gathering played a pivotal part in shaping Allied strategies and ultimately helped tip the balance of power in favor of the Allies. Visitors can see firsthand the scars and markings that tell the story of her historic flights, a testament to the brave men who flew her. Every detail, from the worn paint to the intricate nose art of Memphis Belle, serves as a reminder of the critical role she played in winning the war. Beyond her legendary status as a bomber, the Memphis Belle's significance lies in her unsung heroism as an eyes and ears for Allied forces in their fight against tyranny. Her story is more than just a tale of survival. It's a narrative of courageous reconnaissance that significantly impacted the outcome of World War II. Its survival and resilience were not mere luck, but a testament to advanced engineering and strategic flying practices developed during the war. The lessons learned from its missions would significantly influence post-war aircraft design. For instance, the strategic use of decoys and evasive maneuvers pioneered by the Memphis Belle crew became standard operating procedures in later aircraft. These practices aimed at minimizing damage and maximizing safety were crucial insights that aided the development of more advanced aviation technologies. In addition, its successful long-range missions highlighted the need for more efficient engines and better fuel management techniques. These advancements were not just theoretical improvements, but practical applications derived from real-world experiences such as those of the Memphis Belle crew. Their resilience and courage under fire were more than inspirational. They directly shaped the future of aviation. In these wartime diaries, the crew's emotions swirl like the turbulent skies they navigated. The pages reveal a mix of pride and trepidation. "We are the best crew in the sky," one entry boasts. Another admits, "Every mission is a gamble with our lives." Burkhart's handwriting betrays his nerves, the letters cramped and hurried. Despite the tension, a sense of camaraderie permeates their entries. Crew Chief Joe Jambrone writes, after a particularly harrowing mission, "We made it through another one. Here's to the Memphis Belle and her crew." Co-pilot James Verinis notes how their skills and endurance improve with each mission. "We're getting better at this," he writes confidently. For instance, while flying over the Atlantic Ocean, the crew discovered that their oxygen system was malfunctioning. This critical issue required immediate attention to avoid any potential loss of consciousness during high-altitude flights. Without proper equipment or a fully staffed maintenance team on board, co-pilot James Verinis and his fellow crew members had to improvise. Using makeshift tools and their own ingenuity, they managed to reroute the oxygen lines and repair the system mid-flight. This quick thinking and resourcefulness highlighted the crew's ability to adapt under pressure, an essential skill in combat aviation. Another notable incident occurred during a mission over Europe when one of the engines was shot out, leaving the Memphis Belle with significant power loss. The crew had to perform delicate maneuvers and make critical adjustments to maintain stability and control. The Memphis Belle, with its resilient crew and remarkable journey, left a significant mark on post-war aircraft design. This detailed record of its missions and performance under combat conditions provided valuable insights into the strengths and weaknesses of the B-17 Flying Fortress. One key insight was the importance of self-sealing fuel tanks. These tanks helped to mitigate the risk of fire in the event of damage from enemy fire. The Memphis Belle's journey also highlighted the need for improved defensive armament. With this in mind, later aircraft designs incorporated more and better placed machine guns to enhance crew protection. Additionally, the B-17's vulnerability to tail damage led to advances in aircraft construction and design. Engineers began to use stronger materials and improved engineering techniques to reinforce critical sections of the aircraft. The lessons learned from the Memphis Belle's remarkable journey were not just about improving existing designs, but also about innovating new systems. For example, the need for better navigational aids led to the development of more advanced radar and navigation systems. These advancements in radar technology became crucial for both military and civilian aircraft. Furthermore, the challenges faced by crews operating at high altitudes led to innovations in pressurized cabins and oxygen systems. These advancements significantly improved crew comfort and safety during long-duration flights. Thus, the Memphis Belle's endurance and technological insights paved the way for safer and more efficient aircraft designs post-war. The legacy of the Memphis Belle continues to influence modern aircraft design, ensuring that future military and civilian aircraft are safer and more reliable. Aircraft design post-war. The journey of the Memphis Belle from its construction to its final mission highlights the courage and resilience of its crew and the significance of its survival. This chapter concludes our exploration into how one of the most iconic aircraft in history shaped the future of aviation technology. The Belle's journey served as a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for success and triumph. This ripple effect boosted overall resilience and determination among Allied forces. The crew's ability to adapt and innovate under fire resulted in the adoption of new bombing tactics, particularly daylight precision bombing. These methods required tight formations and synchronized maneuvers, aiming to maximize accuracy while minimizing casualties. The B-17's versatility and the crew's skill in evasion maneuvers led to modifications in aircraft design and operational strategies. Tactics that avoided enemy interception zones and took advantage of altitude differences became standard practice, influencing future operations across multiple combat theaters. As the Memphis Belle's successes were analyzed, her operational resilience provided valuable insights into aircrew morale and the critical importance of maintaining a functional aircraft over prolonged missions. The courage and resilience displayed by the Memphis Belle crew played a pivotal role in shaping future operational plans. Their experience underscored the need for robust aircraft maintenance and crew rotation policies, ensuring that morale remained high even under intense pressure. In essence, the Memphis Belle's journey served as a microcosm of the broader Allied efforts, demonstrating that with innovation and determination, even the most challenging missions could be accomplished. The aircraft's legacy continues to be celebrated, serving as a reminder that even in the darkest hours of war, innovative strategies and steadfast resilience can lead to triumph. But it would soon become a symbol of courage and resilience during World War II. As the war effort intensified, so did the demand for propaganda to boost morale. Their mission: to document the Memphis Belle's missions for a documentary. The documentary, The Saga of the Memphis Belle, would capture their journey. And what a journey it was. Throughout it all, the camera crew was there to capture every moment of bravery and tenacity. It showcased the crew's resilience and the airplane's endurance. The Memphis Belle became an instant celebrity and a morale boost for the Allies. Its story served as a beacon of hope in the darkest hours of war. The Memphis Belle's legacy continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the darkest times, there is always a way forward. From the skies over Europe to the hearts of those on the home front, the Memphis Belle's journey is one that will never be forgotten. For the crew of the Memphis Belle, bravery was not just about facing enemy fighters head-on. It also meant navigating a treacherous gauntlet of anti-aircraft fire. These defenses were formidable, designed to cut down even the most skilled bomber crews mid-flight. The aircraft banked sharply to the left, the pilot's hands gripping the controls with a firm resolve, as if his life depended on it, because it did. Meanwhile, the co-pilot and crew scrambled to check for any signs of damage or injury as shrapnel from the exploding shells peppered the fuselage. In another harrowing moment over France, a shell fragment pierced through the aircraft's nose, missing the crew by mere inches. The sheer proximity of that near miss underscored the crew's vulnerability and the constant threat they faced. Despite these close calls, the Memphis Belle's crew demonstrated remarkable resilience, continuing their missions with unwavering determination. Their training and experience in handling such situations were crucial in helping them avoid the worst of the anti-aircraft defenses. On one particularly tense mission, the Memphis Belle was enveloped in a thick cloud of flak as they approached their target. The crew braced themselves as the aircraft shook from the force of nearby explosions, each member focused on their tasks with steady nerves. Through skillful piloting and swift evasive action, they managed to slip through the deadly curtain of fire unscathed. Their safe return from each mission was a testament to their courage and resolve in the face of immense adversity. In the midst of World War II, amidst the chaos and destruction, there were unsung heroes whose efforts ensured that aircraft like the Memphis Belle could take to the skies. The ground crew, tasked with maintaining and preparing these planes for their perilous missions, worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Their dedication was critical in ensuring that every bolt, every wire, and every engine functioned flawlessly. Between missions, the Memphis Belle would return to its base, often battered from the relentless onslaught of enemy fire. It was here that the ground crew sprang into action, meticulously inspecting every inch of the aircraft for damage. Engineers and mechanics would scour the plane's exterior, checking for dents and bullet holes that could compromise its structural integrity. They would then move inside, assessing the condition of the flight controls and electrical systems. Replacing a damaged engine was a complex task, requiring precision and speed. The ground crew would remove the old engine, often under the cover of darkness, to avoid detection by enemy aircraft. Once the old engine was out, they would carefully install a new one, ensuring that all connections were secure and properly aligned. This intricate process had to be completed swiftly to get the Memphis Belle back in the air as soon as possible. Beyond engines, the ground crew was responsible for repairing and replacing other critical components. On one occasion, a shell fragment tore through the Memphis Belle's tail section, causing significant damage. The ground crew swiftly set about repairing the damage, patching the holes and reinforcing the structure to ensure that the plane remained airworthy. Their expertise and quick thinking saved the Memphis Belle from potential disaster. These unsung heroes also handled the routine maintenance tasks, such as refueling the plane and ensuring that all navigation systems were calibrated correctly. Every detail had to be perfect to ensure a safe mission. The collective effort of the ground crew was as crucial to the Memphis Belle's success as the bravery of its pilots and crew in the air. Their unsung contributions ensured that the plane could face another day, another mission. The Memphis Belle was not just a bomber, it was also an eye in the sky for the Allies. Before each mission, cameras were mounted inside its fuselage to capture intelligence during flights over Europe. These cameras were part of a sophisticated system used by the US Army Air Forces for aerial photography during World War II. During its 25 missions, the Memphis Belle captured vital images of German fortifications and troop movements that were crucial for Allied strategic planning. One significant photograph taken by the crew showed a sprawling network of German anti-aircraft guns and bunkers meticulously mapped out from above. This detailed imagery allowed Allied commanders to pinpoint weak points in the enemy's defense and plan more effective bombing runs. The Memphis Belle's aerial reconnaissance missions were not just about dropping bombs, they provided a comprehensive view of the battlefield that guided Allied strategies. This technological prowess of the Memphis Belle, combining its bombing capabilities with sophisticated photography, underscored its strategic importance beyond simple combat sorties. Every flight was not just an attack but also a critical intelligence-gathering operation, ensuring that each mission counted in ways far beyond the immediate impact. Each of its missions over Europe carried a crucial secondary purpose: aerial photography and reconnaissance. Aboard the B-70F, Flying Fortress were specialized photographic equipment and skilled camera operators. Their job was to capture high-resolution images of enemy installations, troop movements, and strategic locations in Germany, France, and Belgium. The Memphis Belle's cameras were not merely tools for bombing accuracy, they provided vital intelligence data to Allied commanders. In the vast and complex theatre of World War II, aerial reconnaissance offered unique insights into enemy activities that ground observers could not see. The photographs revealed the construction of fortifications, the deployment of troops, and the placement of anti-aircraft batteries. This visual intelligence was invaluable for planning operations and making strategic decisions that could turn the tide of the war. Their survival after 25 missions thus signifies more than just personal bravery. It highlights the critical role of intelligence gathering in modern warfare. Thus, the Memphis Belle's legacy extends beyond its combat record. It stands as a testament to the pivotal role of intelligence gathering in modern warfare. These missions were not about direct combat, but rather gathering crucial intelligence that could inform Allied strategy and operations. The Memphis Belle's crew would meticulously photograph enemy positions, infrastructure, and troop movements. The images taken by the plane's cameras offered a clear picture of German defensive strategies and capabilities. This information was invaluable for Allied planners who relied on accurate intelligence to develop effective countermeasures. For instance, a series of photos taken by the Memphis Belle over Germany revealed the precise layout and fortifications of key military installations. This level of detail was crucial in planning future missions. Moreover, the reconnaissance flights allowed Allied forces to track changes and updates in enemy defences over time. As German fortifications evolved, so did the strategies employed by the Allies. One significant contribution of the Memphis Belle's intelligence gathering was its role in identifying key targets for future bombing runs. By pinpointing critical infrastructure and troop concentrations, Allied bombers could strike with greater precision. This precision was vital in minimizing collateral damage and maximizing the impact of each bombing mission. The Memphis Belle's work thus not only aided in winning battles, but also saved lives by reducing civilian casualties. The Memphis Belle's journey from construction to its final mission was more than just a story of survival. It marked a significant evolution in combat tactics during World War II. This remarkable feat not only showcased the resilience of its crew, but also provided valuable insights into combat effectiveness. One of the key tactical innovations inspired by the Memphis Belle's missions was a change in formation flying. Before the Memphis Belle's missions, bombers often flew in tight formations to maximize their collective firepower. However, this made them vulnerable to concentrated anti-aircraft fire. The Memphis Belle's crew and other successful bomber crews demonstrated that looser, more spread-out formations could improve survivability. Another crucial innovation was in evasion maneuvers. The Memphis Belle's crew developed strategies to dodge enemy fire more effectively. These tactics involve sudden changes in altitude and direction to make the bombers less predictable targets. The success of these evasion maneuvers highlighted the importance of adaptability and quick thinking under fire. The Memphis Belle's survival and the success of its missions influenced broader military tactics. Its journey showed that with the right strategies and adaptability, bombers could complete their missions and return home. This evolution in combat tactics played a significant role in the Allies' ultimate victory during World War II.